Hi, my name's Michael. I'm a little upset today. That's why I'm making this video. Some of you may have heard of the Magic Jack. It's a very inexpensive phone company. It's an internet phone, basically run through your computer or through your internet service provider. Um, for the most part, the actual functioning of the phone is pretty good. It's inexpensive, although the price has gone up. When we first got Magic Jack, it cost us $19.95. Today I renewed it, and it was $35, or actually $37 and some change with the renewal. My biggest complaint with the Magic Jack is that they auto-renew you even when you ask them not to. This is what happened. I went to their website a year ago because they did the same thing. I logged into my account. I checked off the button for auto-renewal because the original debit card that I used, I didn't really want to use that one. I wanted to put the charge on another account, but I wanted them to send me a renewal notice first so I could decide which account I was going to use to pay the Magic Jack. Well, they didn't do that. Apparently, even when you switch off the auto renewal in your account, they switch it back on and then renew your account. Now, they sent a notice yesterday, which was Sunday, an email stating that the account would be renewed on December 31st, 2014. Okay. So I go and I check my bank account looking for something else and see that Magic Jack had already charged my account today, which is December 29th, December 29th, 2014, not December 31st, 2014. So I'm thinking, why send me an email saying they won't charge it until the 31st when they've done it today? Then I go into my Magic account and find they switched the auto renewal button back on. So, of course, I called the bank. The bank said because the charge was done on a debit card that they cannot put a stop payment on it. Because that was my intention, was put a stop payment. Luckily, there was a number listed on the pending transaction on a debit account for Magic Jack. Because that's another thing. If you're a Magic Jack customer, trying to find a phone number to call them on their website is nearly impossible. Other businesses put their phone number, they make it very prominent on their website so you can find it. They have a contact button, but if you hit the contact button, no phone numbers are listed. They want you to either send them an email or do a web chat. But there's no phone number. You have to search for a phone number. So I was lucky enough that on my bank statement, it did list the phone number. So I called Magic Jack and got a customer service representative in some foreign country where they could barely speak English and I could barely understand them. I explained the situation. I asked why did it auto-renew when I had turned that off last year, and the customer service representative had no answer. So I got a little upset. So I said, well, I did not want to use that card that is listed on file, and I had actually removed that card last year because of that reason. They charge that card again. So I'm asking the customer service rep, why did that happen? She has no answer. All she keeps telling me over and over again, well, we can disconnect the phone. And I'm like, I don't want it disconnected. I want the charges to go on another account, and I want you to turn off the auto renewal. Then I asked, well, she sort of indicates that she did turn off the auto renewal. And I asked, well, can you send me a notification, an email, something saying that you turned it off, just to have confirmation, so if this happened again next year, I would have my documented proof. She said, can't do that. We can't send you a notice. And I was like, well, I still would like to put the charge on another card. Once again, all she would respond was, well, we can just disconnect the phone. I'm like, I don't want to disconnect the service. I just want to put the charge on another card. I said this several times, and her answer always was, we can disconnect the service if you like. I could barely understand what she was saying 90% of the time. And then she says, well, I can disconnect the service and transfer you to sales. And I'm like, well, why would you want to transfer me to sales? And she says, well, I'll transfer you to sales so you can buy another Magic Jack. Why do I want to buy another Magic Jack? I have one. So, I'm warning you. Yes, the Magic Jack deal looks great price-wise compared to if you were to go through one of the major phone companies and you paid monthly. Granted, that's a good idea. It's good if it's just a backup phone. So many of us now use our cell phones. But it's good to have that sort of landline feel. But I tell you, their customer service and their billing practices and some of their other practices are deceptive. If you go online and you search complaints about Magic Jack, you will find tons and tons and tons and tons of links to complaint sites about the Magic Jack. Even the Better Business Bureau is giving Magic Jack a rating of F, which is the lowest rating a business could obtain, is an F. Now, I've seen videos of the inventor of this. I'm not sure if he owns the company or if he just invented it and sold it off to some other company. Because sometimes it'll say WiMAX, which is, I believe, the company that owns Magic Jack. I'm disappointed because I run a business myself, and I know that when you have bad business practices, it hurts your business. But apparently, it doesn't hurt their business. Also, because I know how effective social media is, I went on Twitter and I went on Facebook to complain about Magic Jack. Interestingly enough, on Magic Jack's Facebook page, it doesn't allow your post to be seen in the main column. They put it off to the side where you have to go look to see if someone wrote something, which tells me they get a lot of complaints and they don't want anybody to see them. I went on Twitter. I made several tweets about how horrible they were. I used the hashtag MagicJack. I even went to @MagicJack because I know that probably nothing will come of that. But I'm hoping that other people who see it think twice about getting Magic Jack service. I will now tell anybody, family, friends, do not get a Magic Jack. I know the price looks appealing, but you're in for a lot of deceptive trade practices. I've seen where people said Magic Jack was doing charges on their bank account throughout the year for whatever reason. And then when they call, Magic Jack never has an answer for that. the customer service, you'll find trillions of complaints online about their customer service. Obviously, when you call their customer service, it's somewhere outside the United States. It's probably the Philippines or India. And people there, their English comprehension does not exist. And I'm sure all they get all day long are customer complaints, because there's really no other reason to call Magic Jack other than to complain. Very rarely have I heard that they actually do anything to fix the problem. They just sort of accept that as cost of doing business. They figure they get enough complaints, they don't care. I also noticed there was a couple of class action lawsuits filed against Magic Jack and YMAX, their parent company. Anyway, I'm sort of frustrated with it. Personally, if it was up to me, I wouldn't even use them. My family, my mom lives here. She is old school and likes having a so-called landline, even though she has a cell phone. I use my cell phone exclusively. At least with the cell phone, I'm getting a little bit better customer service than I do with Magic Jack. So, I'm going to end it there. I'm just warning everybody, use Magic Jack at your own risk. Also realize whatever they tell you, whatever's on the website, is not exactly how it works. Also, beware, if you buy a Magic Jack, pay for it, and it dies within 6 months, you still got to buy another Magic Jack, and you still got to pay another $20, $30, $40. I read somebody said they had 6 Magic Jacks within a 2-year period of time, and they kept having to buy another one. Personally, if it died on me that many times, I would never use them again. Anyway, go to Magic Jack's website, go to their Facebook page, go to their Twitter account, and ask them questions about their business practices. I guarantee you they won't tell you the truth.